Testing. 1, 2, 3. This is Cities in Motion 2. This is one of my favorite video games. I love this video game. I'm going to be a little bit honest. It is the Steam version, and the Steam version unfortunately has a small bug in the video game, which causes the traffic to suddenly create like a traffic jam. I don't remember what happens, but vehicles will just freeze and they won't move anymore. Excuse me. So I haven't played this in a long while. It is an old game, but it's extremely fun. It's ongoing today. I still enjoy playing it. One of the things that I just did is I added this second tram line, and I'm wondering if there's a way to connect it to the tram line below that's easy to do, so that passengers can go between the tram lines. Now, obviously, I could send a line down through here and then loop it around and then bring it back up. Yeah, it looks like it is easy to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a double track. No, I'm going to build a double track. And I will do a single track over here. This, and I'm going to do a single track going this way, and then I will click on this line and I will add this right here, and you see it's going to come around through here, go around and go back up. It is going to cause congestion. One thing about the game, you see how this area over here is very small. It's going to have a line of vehicles, but they could easily block the road so that some of the vehicles can't get through. For example, this line will come in here, and a vehicle will be waiting to turn, but it won't be able to turn because this line of vehicles will block this other line from turning, and then the whole thing will back up. So it's not a good decision to do it this way. I might have to bring the line through here and back up. Looks like that's weird. I've got this line over here. I wonder why it's not. There's no route. Oh, you know what? I had food delivery. I must have gotten up for the food delivery, which is why it's wrong. You know, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to delete this. You go to your stops, and there's going to be one number that's going to be an odd number. $73. See how 73 is a weird number? Let's see where 73 is. Yeah, there it is. See, that's the one. Doesn't fit with the rest of the sequence. We're going to remove it. There it is. Okay, so I am going to work on... I'm going to show you my coverage. I'm going to work on this line going north. It's going to come out of here. I'll put red stations. I always use the large stations. I am playing in the sandbox mode. And the reason being is that I really just want to play, you know. Don't want to go through all the challenge of earning money and things like that. Really just want to play. I like the design element of the game. I think in this case I am going to have a lot of overlap over here. Really doesn't matter. I mean, there's so many different ways to design the traffic. Everyone's going to get coverage in the end. You know, so in the beginning, maybe you won't have complete coverage, but it'll get there. So now it's going to go up over there. And That's a little bit of gravity for you. I'm going to come down this way. Having too many stops does cause problems because it slows everything down because the vehicles have to stop. And you don't want them sitting there stopped. You want the vehicles to be moving as much as possible. In this case, I'm going to drop off everyone over here so that they get access to that stop. I'm going to tell you that the line that I just created, not a very good line. I understand that. But it's okay. Once I get full coverage, it won't be a problem. I'm going to add this stop. Obviously, it's not the brightest idea because the trains could line up over here and you could get congestion. And then what I will do is I will run bus lines on roads that go alongside, and eventually I'll get to subway. I'm going to tell you the monorail is one of the greatest transportation methods in the game. And I don't know if everybody has a monorail because monorail might not be available in every version of the game. It might be something you have to download. Excuse me. I'm going to tell you, I've done some amazing designs with this game. Unfortunately, you know, I have a slow laptop, and it hurts the performance, and it gets to the point where the game becomes unplayable for me because the map is too big. See what I'm talking about? And it's, you know, it's the fault of the game designers. They should have made it so that everything that's far away, these buildings that are far away, if you have slow performance, they should have made it so that the objects don't render, same as being zoomed in. Easy to do. I love designing the highways. I do a much better job than what comes with the original maps. I would all do 5-lane highways. Okay. So you got to zoom out because I have to see my wonderful design. You don't want to make the routes too long. You see how this goes all the way up? I could have gone all the way up the Broadway because the vehicles will break down. So that's one of the issues. The other thing over here, you see we've got this bus line that brings people across to this bus station over here. I could extend the bus line to cut across over here. What I'll probably find a different way, like put the bus station more central over here. See, we got a lot of reds over here. You go to your, I don't know what station it comes out of. Does it come out of there? There's got to be a station, right? I mean, it must be coming out of here. Bus line 12. Bus depot 2. So, not a lot of vehicles running. There's vehicles available. But they're not running. For some reason, they're staying in the depot and they haven't left. I don't understand why. So what I do is I lay down the trams first on all the roads that are designed for trams, and then I go in and fill in the bus lines. For example, there might be a little bit of a gap over here. I'm going to use the coverage. You see there's a small gap over here. I can put a bus line through here. But what's going to happen is you've got a gap on the bottom, you got a gap on the left, you got a gap on the top, a gap on the right. I'm going to send a bus line that goes to all those gaps and gives them all coverage. So here's another place I could run a tram down through here. What you got to do is you got to analyze the road and determine how you're going to turn the tram around. I'm thinking going to have to be over here. Got to look at the roads. Can he make it? It looks like it can come around. Yeah. So I'm going to run a tram line going through here. You go to build, go to rail, do the double rail for tram. Again, you don't want to make it too long. Okay, so over here is where I'm going to go to the single track. Make sure that you've got a curve going through the intersection. Otherwise, it did not connect properly. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down the stations. I always use the best ones. The tram is going to stop over here, and then it's going to continue onwards. So we're going to connect these circles. We're going to overlap the circles, but not by too much. Okay, so you keep on placing them. If you use a monorail, you're going to get way better performance. However, you want to use it in the right place. You don't want to use it on your Broadway because the trams are designed for the Broadway. Then I'm going to start bringing it back. You want your stops to be kind of close in case people get off one, get on to the other. You want it so that the tram is in line on the median so that it doesn't block traffic. You want to minimize blocking traffic. And once I get here, I have to decide where's the last drop-off. It's going to be right there. And then you come to this tool and you go to the loopy thing to create new. And then you got to hit the flag with the plus. Did it work? Okay, it says depot. And you see that the stops are being added. This one loops around to here. Now we're going to go back. The good thing about monorails is that you can go very quickly and you can go very fastly. No, very quick. Long distances very quickly. And I believe that they're going to move more people. So now once you add the line, you come over here and you see it says tram line 13. You got to buy some vehicles. Click over here. It's an easy way to do it because it's got to say tram depot number 6 on the bottom. I buy 5 vehicles. You can use scheduling to improve the quality. There's the line going through right there. You can use scheduling to improve picking up passengers. But I haven't played the game in many years, so I'm not going to go into the scheduling right now. See, we got a line over here. Very busy. A lot of people waiting. We got to figure out why. It's coming out of this depot. It is... got to figure out... Line 13. Only one train, but the question is why. So you can go into the scheduling and you can release more trains. Now look at the list of vehicles. It's like, see how it says standing in Tram Depot 6? They're just sitting there doing nothing. Buying more trains is not going to resolve issue. Did I lose the depot? Oh, there it is. So we got an issue for some reason. The vehicles are not leaving. Changing the schedule. Oh, you know what? It could be a Saturday. Yeah, see what it is? It says Saturday. On Saturday, the vehicles won't leave. That's a big problem. Question is, how do you do the scheduling? I don't remember how to do it. You don't want less vehicles on Saturday and Sunday. You want every day for the vehicles to be going out. Maybe you got to go to the line to do the scheduling. There it is. See the timetable? Weekend is wrong. Got to figure out what's wrong. So I'm going to show you how to do it. You go to custom. You see how I pushed it down and it did the entire thingy? See the interval says 2. I'm going to do the same thing. And then I am going to OK. It says I did it for tram line 1. This is 12. So you go here, you go to custom, you click this, you set the interval to something like 2. You put tram, oh, that's interesting. Tram line 12, I believe it is. Oh no, that's the copy from. So that means I did set it correctly. No, wait, how could I have? I did it for 13. We're going to do 12 again. You go here, you press this down, you set this to 2 or less. Hit OK. And the number over here is going to change. You see how it went up to 7 and it went up to 9? So you're going to ask yourself, how do I know which ones need the schedule to be fixed? You're going to know because it will have a different number instead of 5 and 4, which is automatically picked. you want to get traffic. You want to be expansive. You want to cover a lot of territory. Because let's say you're going to look at this and say, why is nobody running this line? Keep on expanding it, obviously, to areas with a lot of buildings, and it will draw more people in. The other thing you do is you do a crossover, like this bus line crosses over through here. So I got to find another place where I can cross it over. The other thing that I could do, I could take this bus line and it extend it up to this line. It'd be easy to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, 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 get a bus thingy. I'm going to, yeah, you can put it over here because the bus will go next to the train. Oh, you know what? I did the wrong one because it's red. So it's not going to block the train. It's going to go next to it. You know that there's a vehicle called a trolley. I really never use them. And I'm going to assume that you're probably not that fond of them either because they're a little bit of extra work. So now by doing this, I extended it out to this other line. It really kind of doesn't matter because this depot goes up here anyway, but it will matter for the passengers returning. Yeah, it won't matter because if they're returning, they just get dropped over here. They still get picked up by the bus, so maybe it doesn't matter. It's going to have an insignificant meaning. Tram line 11, we're going to do the schedule, go to custom, bring this down, kick this up to 2, and after you schedule everything, you might want to go back and reduce the interval. So reducing the interval means that vehicles will go through more often. This is what's happening. Vehicle goes into the station, and then if the interval is 0, it leaves immediately. If the interval is high, it'll wait before it leaves. To be honest, leave immediately is a good strategy. However, you're going to have issues with vehicles breaking down. Okay, so I need a moment to think about what I'm going to do. So let's talk about the monorail. I did my lines going north and south, and I have a line going across, right? You see how it goes across? And this one kind of goes across. It makes sense to run the monorail horizontally. So why don't we do the monorail? Bear in mind, the monorail is a little bit tricky. It does take up more space. And I don't know if I want the monorail to go out here where the houses are. I think I want it to go through the city. I think I'm going to do it right here. It is difficult. It is not easy because you have to do a loop to connect it. You need to have the monorail come around, do some sort of a loop. You don't have to do it on this side, but you got to do it on the other side. I'm going to delete one of these roads. Probably this one. And I will build the monorail. Don't want it so you want it more this way, right? because I'm going to be going on this road. We do a double monorail track. So what I do is I center it near the intersections. So I go from one intersection to the next. Like that. And it will be relatively straight. See how this one's got a yellow line? Easy to place. Monorail should not go all the way across a large map because you will have performance issues. Subways can go very long distance. So here's where I'm going to loop it around, probably. I don't know if I want to loop it around here. I think I'm going to bring it across a little more. So I'm going to bring it to here, and then, I can't do it. I'm going to bring it to here, and then to here, and then I'm going to bring it around. Oh, you know what? You got to occasionally build it. Okay, so now it's constructed. And now I'm going to do a continuing segment. It's not that clean. You want to avoid doing this on the broadways, because if you do it on the broadways, you might, it's not impossible to put the tram, but it's a little bit more work. And people should be using the tram. Trams aren't so bad. I mean, this thing's going to fly. It's totally going to fly. The loop's got to be relatively big. So maybe I will do the loop right here. We'll see if it works. Haven't done it in a long time. I'm going to go to single rail. I don't know if this is working, but not a great shape. Got to be careful not to place it on the hill because it will put it at the wrong height. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send it across the street. Keep in mind this might not be flat. Looks like it is. You know what? It's a little bit of a large loop. I want to make a small loop. Okay. Oh, this one might work. This might be it. Nope. I could go around the block. That's another option. You just go like this. Okay, so this I think is going to work. 100% guaranteed. I'm going to delete this segment. And there it is. Next thing to do is going to be add the stations. I like to start from the beginning. Wow, this is pretty long. So I will have a station here. And this is going to be a little bit different. You can literally put it over the intersection. And it covers, you see the wide area that it covers? You don't have to put them near each other. The reason why it has a wide coverage area is because it's very fast and people are more willing to use it. Okay, and then on the way back, I'm going to pair it up. I don't have to be side by side. Pretty cool because they're going to offload a lot of passengers. And if you watch them, you know, it's a little bit fun to watch all the passengers getting off and running around when the game crashes. Okay, so I did that. So the next step is go over here with the loopy thing to create new. Hit the little flag. Because we have an existing system, people are going to use it. You notice I kind of made a mistake. I did not align it with the other transportation. Like over here we got a bus stop. But that's what you want to do. Like this one is near a bus stop. It's still going to work. Like I could have done something over here near the tram. This one has a bus stop nearby. Okay, so now I need to go to the depot. Click on the depot and buy some trains. It says I gotta buy 3. I'm just gonna buy the most expensive one. A little bit concerned about this intersection. So I think I'll put a stop over here. For some reason it's saying I can't place a stop, so I guess I can't do it. Oh, there was one. Maybe not. I could have sworn I saw the little thing. There, yeah, there it is again. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the line. Click the flag. And insert the stops. It should have inserted them in the proper position, aligned with the other stops. There's a train. Look at that, it's got 175 people. No, it's got 1 person on it. There it is, inner city. Okay, I need to take a little bit of a break. That's all for now.